guys. We're alive.
We are indeed. Oh god. But I have to mute it now. I was listening to those jamming beats, and now I gotta.
Alright.
I was jamming it to the songs. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the fourth episode of UnderClocked. We did skip a week if you're like confused as to what sort of happened here. And this week, and possibly moving forward, the Commonwealth has taken over. Canada and Australia are taking over the UnderClocked podcast for the near future. We'll see how it goes from moving forward. But today, that's what we're doing. So, joining me on my right,
Your
is
left.
Mr. No.
Your
Oh,
left.
fuck. God damn it. I had a 50-50 shot. So
And
on
you
my
still
left,
fucked it up.
on my left is Teflon Man himself, Mr. Viking. Say hello.
Teflon, man.
Yeah. Or is it Teflon? What would the your scary ass face in Narma?
Oh, latex.
Latex Man, whatever.
That's what they call him.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't watch the videos, you you really should, or watching the Arma streams, which will be happening after this. He likes to put on modded faces to have his Australian pride or whatever the fuck he's doing, and it never works for anybody else. So he's just this like completely white, head to toe,
pretty much
terrifying man.
Pretty much an albino, but their hair's also white. The eyebrows
Like,
are also white.
it's
The eyes are completely white. Just everything.
yeah, it's terrifying. So that's where that came from. And as always, Coop, I'm here as well. So today it's just gonna be us, and we're going to start off with.
Fuck, what are we going to start off with? That's the bit.
Uh,
No, we were going to talk of, well, first off, let's talk about Sea of Thieves with the new content update that you showed me the other day.
Oh, yes. So, if what is the date on that? April 30th?
Yeah.
Anniversary update is. We probably should have had this prepared previous to opening this up. I think it's April 30th, but
This is going to be the jokiest stream ever.
well, fuck. So what's happening in the Sea of Thieves? We put up a video. We can watch it if we want to as well, but for now, I'll just sort of explain. So for those of you that a lot of people did this as well, where they played Sea of Thieves when it first came out, and it was really fun, but the content kind of dried up a bit for people who weren't down with how it was, and they were expecting more from it, or wanted more things to do, and that kind of went away. So for people who did leave, one, they've added a shitload of content to begin with. That's its own thing. But what's coming in the April update, I believe it's April 30th. It's sometime very, very soon. They're adding this thing called the Arena, which is almost like their look at a battle royale. It's not really battle royale, but it's kind of a good way to explain it. So
It's
five
like an
ships
arena
going.
thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called the Arena. So what happens is everybody gets a treasure map, but it's the same treasure map. So what happens is everybody goes to get the same treasure, and you get points for killing other pirates, sinking ships, and getting the treasure. So you could hypothetically just get kills and still win by gaining more points by just like decimating the other crews, even if you didn't get a single chest. Chests give you the most points, but if you're just desting everybody, then and you're also as well. So there's a point system that I'm sure they'll get more in depth with as it comes out, and that's called the Arena. So it's a big PvP thing. There's obviously going to be more adventures and more quests and more build rat adventures, things like that. They're adding new things to do as well on the ship while you're just going from place to place. So that was one of the biggest complaints that Sea of Thieves had, was that while you're going from island to island or while you're doing shit, they did a really good job of making that sort of pirate sailing experience. Unfortunately, part of that experience is like I got to go across the fucking map, and I'm not really doing anything in between other than hoping that I don't get fucked by another pirate, right? So they've added like things like you can catch fish and you can fish, and what you can then do is you can then cook that fish and eat that like a banana to get health. And depending on the fish that you get,
Cool.
grants you more health. And you can also trade those fish to the trading company that gives you the like where you can get pigs and snakes and stuff. Fish will be one of those things. So you could get a voyage that's like get 3 gold fish or whatever. So it's going to add a new thing to that. They're also going to add what are those things? Harpoon guns on your ship.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So you can harpoon to another ship as they're trying to get away, so you're on them. But what you could also do, and what they showed in the trailer, which we'll watch after this, is they harpooned one of the Megalodons. So the Megalodons are a random event that's added if you didn't know, and they happen. But the thing with the Megalodons is you fight them and they fight back, but they have their own sort of temperaments and personalities, and there's different colors for them. And a lot of them, unless you're like pounding the shit out of them, they'll actually just leave. So what you can do now is you'll be able to harpoon them so they can't get away. You can continue the fight and can't let them get away, but it'll also work on ships and stuff. And on top of all of that, they're adding it so that you can destroy any of the masts on any of the ships. You can destroy the not the steering wheel,
you could destroy the anchor and you could destroy you could destroy the wheel.
the wheel. Sorry, I was saying steering. Sorry, yeah. You can destroy the wheel, you can destroy the anchor, and you can destroy any of the masts. And that's pretty fucking huge. Especially because that was something that they advertised when the game was coming out, and they had to cut it because they something was wrong with it, like it wasn't working properly, and they had to cut it. So they're finally able to put that in. So that's pretty good. So all that shit's being added in like 2 or 3 weeks in a huge update. That's adding. They've said the content that's being added is as much or more than they've added to date. So I'm pretty fucking excited for that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
clearly because I just talked about it for like 10 minutes. So.
Yeah, no, I am excited too. Don't get me wrong. I'm just looking for that update video that would. So, fuck, I don't remember where I put it. Oh no, there it is. So yeah, it's gonna look. It looks really cool. The arena does.
Yeah, the arena looks sweet.
It looks like just like you get. Do you get stuck with like 3 different people?
I'm sure there's matchmaking if you want, and I'm sure it's either matchmaking. I'm sure you can go in with a crew.
Yeah, I'd say.
Because what I think's happening is it's going to be almost like it's going to be an outpost or all of the outposts, and what you can do is you can go into it and start it. And my presumption is if let's say you and I went into it, we went to it. Actually, no, it won't matchmake because you can run it as a sloop.
Oh,
you see that in the
yeah.
so you see that in the trailer. So I'm presuming that let's just say you and I were playing together and we went into the tavern and talked to the guy to join the arena. It would just bring us into a ship together.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't matchmake. It would just take whatever crew you had going into it. Is my guess. I don't know. They haven't said about that yet.
No, but it would be. I'm pretty keen for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
Let's watch this content update video that you sent us. So I'm just gonna grab the display capture up.
Excuse me, Jesus.
I'll turn the volume up and press play.
Welcome to the arena. An all-new competitive mode that lets you dive headfirst into the explosive action of Sea of Thieves, as you and your crew battle against 4 other teams of players in pursuit of a glorious
So it's up
victory.
5 overall.
In this
Yeah.
new mode, the Sea Dogs have created an arena in which you have to earn as much silver as you can as you fight your way towards the top spot. And in the arena, you'll have to play smart to best your rivals.
Oh no, there is a sloop off the back
At the
there.
beginning of each
Yeah, exactly. So I think it'll
Oh,
bring in
they
whoever
don't
you brought in.
set
Okay,
of
there's the
maps that will
half
lead
there.
them to the location of buried treasure. But finding the treasure first is only half the battle. You'll have to get it back to the Sea Dog's ship before you can reap the rewards. So while you
so they're
can
gonna-
slaughter your way
And he has his own ship, so you could even be fighting on the ship where you're turning it in. So someone could hypothetically camp that and try and win that way, hypothetically.
As you fend off attacks from other players, you'd be wise to keep a close eye on your ship too. Grab some planks and get ready to repair, as ships can now receive damage to their wheel, capstan, and masts.
That would suck so fucking bad. And look, this is something that's cool. When the masts come down, you actually see the ship shake from the impact of it falling down. That's sick.
If your ship sinks, your crew can kiss some of their silver coins goodbye.
If you don't lose, you just lose some of your points to respawn.
You grow your reputation with the Sea Dogs, and as you sharpen your skills in the arena, you'll unlock a whole host of new cosmetics, including weapons, items, clothing, and a new ship livery. So if you're ready to show the world your best, then join us in the arena, part of the Sea of Thieves anniversary update, launching April 30th.
There, yeah.
April 30th.
So bring up the other the content of it, because that was just the arena. Oh, sorry, that was just the arena. But there's another video that shows the other stuff as well that I posted in there, just so you can see the like fishing and stuff, the other stuff and the megalodon where they like harp onto a megalodon. That's pretty cool.
There's a.
One sec. YouTube.
We should have had this all set up. So, what was it? So there's.
Here.
Put it in.
Oh, no, not that. See.
Well, it does look. It looks amazing, and like you said,
Yeah.
there's videos here. I'm looking through YouTube. There's videos about cooking and harpooning and stuff. So it's gonna be fucking sick.
Oh, here we go. That. I put in the watch together thing.
Oh. Why wouldn't you just play it through the watch together thing?
How do I do that?
Oh my god, never mind. You're as useless as Spitfire.
I'm fucking useless, dude. I don't know. There. Oh wait, how do I hit this little plus sign?
No, hang on. I got it. Alright. So what's this one? This is the...
This is the announcement where it shows everything a little bit.
Oh, okay. How many cannonballs do you reckon it's going to take to destroy a mast? I'd say 2 or 3, right?
I'm thinking 3 or 4 direct hits.
Yeah.
Oh, there's gonna be traps in some of the adventures. Yeah, and this star sign thing, like they're gonna be way more in depth, it seems.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited for just fishing.
This is sick. Look at that. And they harpoon the fucking megalodon.
And I bet you it drags the ship along behind it.
Oh, it does. Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah, man.
That looks
Hell
sick as
yeah.
hell.
Yeah, I'm super stoked on. I played Sea of Thieves. Like a lot of people had like a spot where they kind of stopped for a bit and then came back to it. I kind of like didn't stop. I just played a little bit less, but I still continued. So like all those. Remember when we were playing, you were like, how did you get that ship stuff? And it was because I played during that like limited time window or whatever. It's because I never really left, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that. So I'm pretty stoked because I would be playing it regardless. And for those of you that don't know, there's a video on my channel of Viking and I doing a really shitty voyage.
Yeah.
But it was fun, so you guys just check that out for sure.
We only ever fucking did like a little bit. Only because we had the fucking Armor 3 video. Oh, not video, fucking Armor 3 mission straight off.
Yeah, exactly. We over or underestimated the time, and it didn't work out. But it was really, really fun. So you'll definitely see more Sea of Thieves content from the both of us leading up to the anniversary update.
What the fuck are you eating?
M&M's, bro. The mini ones are so good.
That's
You
great.
can like drink them. But yeah, Sea of Thieves is good. Like in the tubes or whatever. Like, do you guys have those little tubes over there?
What? We have Pringles in a tube.
No, you weirdo. Like they're like it's like almost like a shot glass, but it has a cap on it, and it's filled with mini M&Ms, and you like take it like a shot, but it's M&Ms.
No, we don't have that.
Okay.
We're not weird. We don't put our milk in bags either, by the way.
Well, okay. You know what? It's fucked up because like that people make fun of Canadians for that, but it's actually a Western Canada thing.
Yeah,
like
it
if you
is.
go to like Alberta and shit, they don't do that.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like
If one party or country does it, all the country does it. Okay. It's just how the world. That's just how the world works.
you guys all eat poutine, right? I'm not from Quebec, so no, I do not.
But
Well, actually, I do.
But
Yeah.
poutine's pretty good. I've had that.
Dude, it's so fucking good, man. Like,
There's
just
there's
my mouth waters.
There's a place here that makes it. That's great. But anyway.
Oh, the legends never die. Yes, this does look sick. It's
No,
odd
I
for me
think-
to have
I think he was
a
talking.
chat.
I think he was talking about the Sea of Thieves video.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. No, not the fucking M&Ms.
The
Yeah,
M&Ms
Sea of
look
Thieves.
sick.
Dude, they look sick as fuck, bro. No, yeah, no, it does look really sick. It's just it's weird for me to have a chat because I never have a live
Yeah, you
audience.
never
So
No,
yeah, so
it's fucking yeah. I'm pretty keen for it, and I'm really keen to just get back into playing Sea of Thieves a lot more.
did you take a break?
Yeah, I had a really long break. I didn't start playing it until we started playing it.
Oh, so like recently? Gotcha. I was talking it up, and you're like, oh, might as well try it.
Yeah, might as well get back into it if they're gonna be, fucking updating it and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with the big one. Like, I was barely playing. Like I would only come back for like the events. But then they did the what was it called? The place where the volcanoes were erupting.
Oh, the Forgotten. No.
Forsaken Shores.
Yeah, that's it.
When they added the Forsaken Shores and the map expanded, I played like a shitload in that span because I wanted to get everything, and that's where I got all that ship stuff. It was like if you beat all the whatever they're called, shit, not accolades, but all the, the things you get.
Commendations.
Commendations. If you get all the commendations for the Forsaken Shores within the first like week or two, you got all the ship stuff.
Oh, that's right.
So that's how I was able to. Yeah, that's how I was able to do that, is by basically playing a shitload of the game, and I did most of it solo, so it was super fucking time consuming. And there was a lot of times where I'd finish the voyage, but before getting back to the outpost, I get destroyed by some 4-man fucking galleon, and it would just lose all my shit. But I got to the accommodation, so that was what I was really going for, so it wasn't so bad.
Fucking, I should have had a shower. I haven't. My beard is just. I've showered. Like, I showered last night, but. Like, I don't know. I literally woke up like 10 minutes before we started this, because I was like, I'm just going to lay in bed for a little bit. We don't need to do anything until I get on.
Yeah.
That's why we start a bit late. See if this is always fun. Indeed, yes, it is.
It is. It's in what I really like about it is because like some people were complaining about that lull that I was talking about when you're going from like place to place. I like that for 2 reasons. One, because that's sort of where some of the suspense comes, because you see another ship on the horizon and your butthole fucking puckers up and you're like, oh shit, what's happening?
Like in our last
exactly.
video, we were looking at this sloop, and then there was a fucking, where was it? A skeleton ship came up over the fucking.
Yeah. Oh,
ice.
yeah.
And like fucked us. We still got out of there.
You fell off the mast into the water, and I'm like, oh, we have hits, and you're like, oh, I'm in the water. I'm like, what the bro?
I tried to jump down instead of like going down the ladder just to get down, but I didn't think the ship was going that fast, and I kind of just fucked it. But that's okay.
There are cannonballs like smashing the side of our ship. I'm like, can you repair? You're like, yeah, when I get back. What do you mean when you get back? What the fuck? Where'd you go? On a vacation? Like, you've been shot at, man.
I did, when I fell, I did say, oh shit, I missed the boat.
Yeah, I was busy screaming over the skeleton ship pounding us with cannonballs.
I went back and watched the video and heard you fucking like complaining.
Oh fuck! But yeah, no, it's good. It is very good, very very good. I'm super excited for it.
The next thing that I'm excited for is, was it War of the Spark?
War of the Spark. Oh, yes. We're here. One sec. We're gonna talk about that in a second. I'm throwing this thing in the backyard.
If you don't pick that up and throw it, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
What, the dog?
Yes. You said you're throwing it in the backyard. Oh god, he's doing it.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, fucked it. This cat.
I couldn't open the door while holding the dog.
Look at that cat. That cat is fat. We're just talking about you.
Who's fat?
You.
This motherfucker.
So yeah, no, War of the Spark, which is Magic the Gathering, has the new boost. It's the box coming out with the new fucking cards in it and shit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the new. It's the start of the next block. So like, I think it's August. There's gonna be another set of cards, and when that happens, standard shifts. So like, Rivals of Ixalan. I think.
It's the 81st Magic expansion release.
Yeah.
It will be released in May 3rd.
May 3rd?
Officially, it is not part of a block. However, it is part of a series of 3 consecutive sets on the same world. Unofficially referred to as the Guilds of Ravnica.
Ravnica, yeah.
So it's like so that came out. When did that came out last month, didn't it?
Guilds of Ravnica came out in October, and Ravnica came out a month and a half ago, 2 months ago.
So this is the second lot coming in.
Yeah. So yeah. Now this is what I was going to tell you before we started streaming, but then I thought, no, I'm gonna wait till the stream starts. So a week from yesterday, so I guess 6 days from now, they're having this like pre-release of the box. So if you go to box, you can come early, and you can do a draft tournament. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Magic or what drafting is or any of that stuff, what they do is they give you 6 packs of like whatever 12 or 15 cards or whatever's in the pack. You take your pack, you open them all, and what you do is you build a deck with whatever's in your packs. I mean, lands that you can just add in, but just the actual like creatures and how you build your deck is only from those 6 packs, and you do a 4-hour tournament with whatever you had.
Yeah.
So that's happening on Friday, but what I've signed up for is this thing called the Iron Man, because they run it all weekend. They run it 5 times, and I'm doing all 5 of them.
Oh god.
And the reason that you do that is because you get 6 packs each time. So I'm gonna have like a shitload of cards without having to buy a box in a tournament. And every time you go to one of those, you get one of those limited cards that has like the stamp on it with the date and the time and all that shit. So because I'm doing all 5, I'm gonna get 5 of these super rare, awesome cards.
5 times 6. How many cards are in a pack?
12, 15. How many are in a pack? Magic pack. I don't know how much is in a 1 pack. I think it's 12 or 15.
So let's go. So yeah, 5 times 6. Oh fuck. 6 times 5 times. Let's say yeah. So I think it's 12 or 15. What is it? Just like cards?
Yeah. So what I think it is I think it's 12 cards with 1.
So you'll get. That can't be right. That can't. You won't be getting 360 cards.
Oh yeah, dude, it's gonna cost like $100 to do it all.
Oh well, then that makes sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and then you do the tournament, and then the main draw is basically I'm gonna get a similar amount of cards that you would if you were to kind of buy a box.
Yeah.
But you also get these rare cards, and because I'm going to the same place for all 5 of them, they won't duplicate them. So when they give me one, they'll give me the next one. So I'm gonna have 5 of these rare cards that are on top of a box, and it's very similar in amount and cost. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just do it that way. And I'll get to have fun and like go with some of my buddies and stuff, but I'm sure by Sunday I'm gonna be very, very fucking tired.
My new deck that I'm making for Commanders is all about fucking the other team and fucking myself at the same time. It's just like if you do this, this happens to you. If you do this, this happens to you. Like there's a punishment for each thing that you do.
Oh shit.
So it's like if you tap mana, boom, you lose a life. So if you tap like 7 mana to summon a monster, you just lost 7 life for doing it. So it's gonna be
Jesus.
I'm fucking with the other people, and
Jesus.
I'm just having a look. There's a legendary planeswalker here. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 1 or fewer cards in their hand, Shadow Mage deals 2 damage to them, and then it's because it's a planeswalker of -1. Target player discards a card.
Oh shit!
So
you just bleed their hand until you fuck them, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's sick. That's awesome.
And then there's one here that you summon. It's a 3/3. It's a legendary artifact. It costs 3 dark and 3 monocolored.
Yep.
And you may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play the top card of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to the converted mana cost rather than paying its mana cost.
Right.
Which is kind of cool, but it's also like you'd have to be running like one spells, like just
right.
So you don't fuck yourself. And then it's got, if you tap it, you could sacrifice 10 non-land permanents on the field.
Jesus.
Each opponent loses 10 life.
Holy shit!
So
one of my favorites.
So if you
continue.
If you work everyone down to like 10 or like 15 health and do that, everyone's down like to the crunch time. Like shit, that's a cool card.
Yeah, Kira, give me 1 second. I just want to grab something because I want to read it verbatim. But it's probably one of my favorite Planeswalker abilities, and it's one that I use in my deck right now. Just 1 second.
Is it? I don't know who it'd be. There's some pretty cool Planeswalkers like Liliana's in one of mine.
It is. See, I've got a black-white vampire deck that I'm using right now for standard.
Oh, for standard. Yeah.
Yeah, well, all these tournaments that are run that way are all in standard.
Oh.
Like the ones that I go to here.
I don't play standard anymore because I play with mates at my house, and we're usually just playing commanders, so it's just a lot easier.
Well, that's what we do. So they run the tournament every week, but we do 1 week at the tournament and then 1 week at a buddy's house. So we alternate. And at a buddy's house, we don't really give a shit. But Vraska, the scheming Gorgon, I don't know. Yeah, so the last ability is until end of turn, creatures you control gain death touch, and whenever this creature deals damage to an opponent, that player loses the game. If you just do damage with any of your creatures, they just lose. The game ends.
Oh shit!
And it's fucking awesome. And I love it. And every time I pull the card out, everyone starts rolling their eyes and shit. But unfortunately, this is gonna go out of standard in whatever September or so.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
My mates, because we play whatever cards you can get, just use them. As long as we have a rule, and it's like one of the main rules is that you can't do like banish or exile land cards. Just because then it's just no fun, and then people get angry, and they scoop all their cards up and walk away. Which is fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you want to have fun. That's all we're doing it for. You don't want to have to like lose all your mana and then just have to build that back up. Like it's just.
Well, it's like winning is fun, but is it really fun to beat somebody on turn like 3 without really trying? That's not really fun to win, anyways, right?
It is.
It is.
I have a. I should go grab it as well. I have Kill Fiend, which is a really cool card, and it's in a standard deck for me, and it literally is a turn 3 death card. Like it's a red card. I'm playing a red blue deck, which is really it's just like people think that's weird.
What is it? Blue red?
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah, that is weird.
So the idea is that you're meant to have this in turn 3. So what happens is you summon Kill Fiend, and he has an ability that does every time a spell or sorcery is activated, it gains +1/+1.
Okay.
So I'm running Titan Strength, which I think I'll have to go get it. I can't remember, but it's like I can remember it off the top of my head. You play one card, it gives it haste and double strike. Play another card, it gives first strike, and indestructible. And then you play another one and can't be blocked, and
Jesus Christ.
And then because it pluses it as well, and because it gets it up to 10 for the creature itself.
Yeah.
And because it has double strike, it gets to 20/20, and because it can't be blocked, you just swing at the person with that card, and it just wins.
Jesus Christ!
It just wins the game straight away, just like bang, 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 you're dead.
Well, have you seen the new Ravnica gate decks?
Yes.
They're gross, man. They are fucking gross. Like you summon like a 12/12 like 10 mana cost, but because you have gates, it's basically free, and then it has like basically all the fucking abilities under the sun. Like needs to be blocked by more than 2 people or 2 or more people. First strike, life, like all this crazy shit, and then he just swings like twice, and by like round 4 the game's fucking over. Shit's crazy. Oh, he's grabbing a card. Yes, we're talking Sniper. We're talking about MTG. I'm still here. I'm flooding this thing in. Ooh. But yeah, so, and another thing for people who are here while he goes to like play with his dick or whatever, they'll released a bunch of Planeswalker art. Planeswalker stained glass, where they took a lot of the what's it called? A lot of the Planeswalkers and redid the art with all stained glass art for them. So played a little, got a rare card though. That's sick. Yeah, no, there's a lot of shit. It's fucking dope. I'm gonna post it in the chat here for everybody on Twitch. And when Viking gets back, he'll put it up on the stream so you guys can see it. But if you care about the spoilers for shit, it shows you which one of the planeswalkers actually coming in, and it's like a bunch of them. So if you care about the spoilers on that shit, don't open it. Excuse me, but the art is super dope. So Viking, if you want to throw this up on it's start out my link. Am I not allowed to post links?
Can you put... Hang on. I'm not in the watch together. Oh, why did I just start? I'm a dickhead. I just started MTG Arena.
Oh. Okay, wait here. I'm sending you a link in the in Discord. What they've done is they've taken, like, how many is it? Fucking a bunch. I forget how many there are. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 20. Fuck. They did, like, almost all the planeswalkers are coming back in War of the Spark, and they gave them all new art in stained glass style, and it looks fucking gorgeous. But as I said to the stream, and for the YouTube people, if you're watching this later, you might want to skip whatever 3 minutes into the future. Spoilers, because so you know who's coming back, but the art of it is fucking gorgeous. This new stained glass that they've done. I use a lot of Vraska because I like the way that she plays a lot. Like, I've got like 3 different Vraska decks with different Planeswalker Vraskas, so I'm partial to the Vraska one, but they're all look really, really fucking nice.
So I found the 3... Hang on, I'll go through this first. So these do look very nice. Are these going to be on the cards, or they're just...
Yeah, this is going to be the card art. They took all the Planeswalkers, and they're gonna do the same thing. It's just they have new art, and they were all done this way. So, like, I'm sure you can recognize some of them, like to the... Where's... Like, that's Vraska, right? They hit your mouse on now. And then down one to the right, I'm looking at the stream. So one up from what the mouse is on is a Vraska. And then down one and to the right is Liliana, for example. Like, shit like that. Like, they've redone... It's still going to be the same card that's in Standard now. Like, it's not going to be any different, but they're adding new art to them when Spark comes out, and they look fucking mint.
So I found the 3 cards. Hang on, I want to do this. So this is really cool. So you only need 3 mana for this. So you would summon this dude, or if you can see him, that's Kill Fiend, and he has, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Kill Fiend gets +3/+0. So until end of turn. So
okay.
You'd play him turn 2, and then you'd play all these 3. So you've got Slip Through Space. I've got to turn my light off for this so they don't reflect. Slip Through Space, which has Devoid. This card has no color. Target creature can't be blocked this turn, and I can draw a card. Then you'd play Assault Strobe. Assault Strobe is target creature gains double strike until the end of turn. It deals both first strike and regular combat damage. And then you play Titan Strength, which gives you target creature gets +3/+1 until end of turn, and you can scry 1. So pretty much that dude so if you plus all that together, it should get to 10 on that dude. And then, and then you go, oh wait, but now it's double strike. So boom, 20 dead. You can also, it also has this dude in it, which is Nivix Cyclops, which is a defender. But whenever you cast an instance or sorcery spell, he gets +3/+0 as well. And then until the end of turn, you can attack with this this turn as though it didn't have a defender. So if you
fuck.
So he's a little bit harder to get out because he has an extra mana. But the idea is that you just play this in 3 turns and it's gone. Like,
right.
And my mates hate me for it because whenever we play 60s, they just go, okay, let's play, but Viking, you're not in it. I'm like, why am I in it?
That's hilarious.
Because you're going to play your shitty fucking 3-turn card and you're going to wipe the board really quickly. And it's like, fucking hell. Hey, Cookie, what's going on, man?
I'm testing this thing.
But one of my mates, he put... Do you know who Jace is? He's a planeswalker.
Yes. Yep.
So is he the one that does, like, when your deck is empty, you win?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, TeamSpeak randomly muted me for some reason.
Oh, okay.
There's a few Jaces. I'm not familiar with that one.
There is.
Is there one that does that?
Let me have a look. I think it's either Jace does it or there's another card that does it. That is a Planeswalker.
So when you run it in your deck, I
No,
guess you
sorry.
just
Okay, no. Jace exiles all cards from target player's library. Then that player shuffles his or her hand into his or her library, which is really cool because there's a card out there. It's another Planeswalker that is if you have finished drawing all your deck and you have like no cards in your deck, you automatically win.
Right. Yeah.
So
Here's a Jace card. Each player draws a card. Target player draws a card, and target player puts the top 20 cards of his deck, or top 20 cards of his or her library into the graveyard.
yeah.
What the fuck?
No. This card is so this one is obviously exile all the deck. Like
Right.
But that's like a -12 on the fucking on him.
Well,
so
yeah,
you
of
got
course.
to build it up a bit. But imagine that, like, just imagine winning by just going exile all my library, and everyone goes, "Why are you doing that?" Because if I draw this card, I win. Game over. I win.
I was playing at the tournament. There was this guy who his deck was built on. What would happen is he would survey and deep dive. I think the card was called, where you get to go into your deck and like you look at the top 2 cards or whatever, and you get to draw whatever you want or put at the bottom or something. But what he did is he had this ability that gave it to all of his creatures. So anytime his creatures did something, it sort of reactivated that. But then he had another card that every single time that he surveyed into his deck, I had to discard from the top of my deck twice as many cards.
Oh god.
In like 3 turns, I lost because my library was gone. Like he'd be like, all right, well I'm gonna look at the top 6 cards on my deck. You have to lose your top 12, and then you play like 2 creatures, which would be 2 more. And then they do something, and okay, now you have to discard the top 16 cards of your deck. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't even. There's nothing I could do.
That sounds like shit, but that also sounds like the new deck I'm making, which is like punishing people.
So you're an asshole.
I've got it laid out on my table over there, so it's like, I am an absolute asshole when it comes to this. And like, well, my mates that play are all assholes because they just target. I'll be doing nothing. I'll have like no creatures on the board. I'll have like 5 or 6 mana on the field, and like they'll be like, okay, Viking, we're attacking you for like 30 damage, but oh wait, no, my mate here is gonna attack you for 30. So why are you targeting me? I've got no monsters on the field. That's why you're targeting me, because I don't have any fucking monsters on the field. But this guy has a fucking lifelink. This dude has fucking flying. This dude has lifelink and death touch. It's like, why the fuck are you targeting me when these guys are more
It's because you have
threatening?
that fuck off deck. That's why.
Yeah, well, no, because once I get like 8 mana, I just summon like 40 creatures on the field, and this other deck that I have, it's it's token summoning, so it's just like, summon this dude, summon 13 tokens, then summon this dude, activate this card, summon 20 tokens, activate this card, summon like 45 tokens. Because you have 40 cards on the field or something. And, like, I just end up with an army of zombies and angels and fucking, like... And then it's like, for every creature you tap on the field, tap on the field, you can summon another one of that. So...
You're the fucking worst.
So
I hate you already.
I tap 20 creatures, get another 20 creatures. And then there's another one, it's like, all creatures are black. So, all of them are black. They're not black-white anymore. Then you go, okay, I want to buff them. Here's a card that's +3/+3 to all black creatures. So I boost them again, so they become like 5/5s or whatever.
You are the fucking worst, dude.
They
God.
They don't let me start stacking my army. They hate me when I start stacking. They're just like, fuck.
Smells like a scoop to me, brother.
Yeah, no, they usually do. They usually just go, no, I'm scooping, I'm out, I'm done. But yeah, it's a lot of fun for me because once I start doing shit, people are like, oh shit, he's doing something. Oh shit, he's doing something. Oh shit, he's done something.
Oh fuck. Sniper, I don't really play any other card games anymore.
I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
I did too, but like I haven't in such a long time.
Yeah, I can't remember how to play my decks anymore in that game, but I have a lot of cards for it. But
I do somewhere in like a shoebox or something.
once
somewhere.
we started playing Magic, I kind of got out of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Me too. It was the same sort of thing. I like. Like I mean, I played probably a bunch of stuff. I just Magic kind of seemed to be the thing that
Makes money if you go to tournaments and shit, and are good at it.
yeah. So that's never my problem because I'm shit. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
No, it's
trying-
fine.
I'm having a look at. I'm having a look at a website where I ordered cards. I've got most of them here. I just need a few more to show up. And I'm just seeing if it's been shipped. It has been shipped. Okay. So these cards, this is really cool. So
Is this for a commander deck?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can only have, obviously in commander decks, you can only have one card of each unless it's land.
Are you looking at it on your phone or on your computer?
I'm looking on my phone.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because you could probably just show it.
No, because I don't want to show any information. I just forgot.
Just show your credit card and your
Yeah,
security code. Who
yeah,
cares? Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. So I put Stuffy Doll. Stuffy Doll. Look that one up.
Stuffy Doll. Stuffy Doll MGD.
Cost me like $20 to get the card, but it's
A Stuffy Doll comes into play. Choose a player. Stuffy Doll is indestructible. Whenever damage is dealt to the Stuffy Doll, it deals that much damage to the chosen. Fuck.
So if you
And deals 1 damage to itself every time you. Oh my god.
Yep. So yeah, Stuffy Doll comes into play. Choose a player. Stuffy Doll is indestructible. Whenever damage is dealt to Stuffy Doll, it deals that much damage to the chosen player. Tap, Stuffy Doll deals 1 damage to itself. But it's indestructible, so it just like sit there and go, you know what?
It's just a 0/0 or a 0 negative 17 and it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And it's just like, it deals, so whenever, so it's like, you know what? We're not doing, I'm just going to, I put an enchantment on it or like a equipment on it. And it's like, you know, buffs it up a bit. So it's like, you know, +3, +1 or whatever. And then it's just like, you know what? Tap him, you take damage. He's not attacking, you take damage.
That's fucked.
But like, I can also use him as a blocker because he's indestructible. So it's like, okay, this person's attacking me with like one of my mates has a 20/20 creature that comes out on the board when he buffs it. So it's like, I attack you, cool.
What creature is that?
I have no idea. I can't remember the name.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, our decks are like fucked. Like they're just.
But see, that's why standard, like when we play standard, because sometimes we have that. There's a lot more real games when you play standard because the decks are blocked to play with each other, sort of.
Yeah.
It probably is some Hydra, by the way, Sniper. That's probably what it is, something like that, or like a hybrid Hydroid or some bullshit, like one of those fucking crazy cards.
Yeah, it's a dragon. I know that.
Yeah, it's probably a Hydroid or something.
Treasure Nab, I think, is one that I added. Yeah. Whenever
Treasure Map.
Whenever
Nice. I know that
an
card.
opponent taps an artifact for mana, gain control of that artifact until the end of the next turn.
Yep.
Which is really cool. So it's like someone taps Soul Ring, boom, I get fucking Soul Ring. It's like, nope, that's mine now.
Jesus Christ.
Doubling Cube, have you heard of that?
Doubling Cube. No,
Yeah.
what are you? Doubling Cube. MTG, what do you do? 3 mana tap. Double the amount of each type of mana in your... Jesus!
So yeah, so you just get double, like, whatever mana you have. So
But this only works if you have, like, more than 3 mana. No, because then it would be 6 instantly. Yeah, no, that's...
Yep.
Huh.
So you would use 3 mana, tap the card, you get double the mana amount of each type of mana in your mana pool, but because that mana that you use to tap it would become back to you.
So it's free, basically, as long as
Yeah.
you have 3 mana.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
And then is it this one? I'm trying to remember this. This deck is gonna be, everyone's gonna hate me for it, and I'm gonna love it. Last One Standing is the card that I'm trying to look at. It does. This is great. This is fucking amazing. If you haven't told already, it's a black-red deck because Mogus.
What's the new card? What's that card?
Last One Standing. Choose a creature at random, then destroy the rest.
Oh, okay.
It's a sorcery, and it's only a red, black, and one.
Yeah, 3 mana. What the
So
fuck?
it's like, you know what? I have my commander out in the field. I select my commander, and they're like, okay, what do you do now? Destroy the rest of your cards. It's like fucking.
Jesus Christ.
It's like that's an absolute fuckery.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. So this deck is just amazing, and like I said, people are gonna hate me for it.
I already hate you. You don't even have it ready. Okay. But what do we have else other than Magic? We should move on to something else.
Yeah, we should. We've been talking about Magic for a while. We could talk about Magic for...
Oh, I could talk about Magic all day, but we should probably also talk about something else.
Yeah. But, like, I've got so many cards on the way.
Dude, fuck, me too.
No. One more card.
Okay, what is it?
It's called Pestilent Spirit.
Spirit MTG. What do you... Oh, this is a new card.
Yep.
Menace and... Oh, I have this card. I have, like, 4 of them in my deck.
Yeah, I don't know why no one uses this card. This is a really good card.
It is really good.
Instants and sorcery spells you control have Death Touch.
Yep.
So you play Lightning Bolt and just go deal
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3 dead.
Yeah, dude, I have 4 of these in my in the deck that I'm running. My my black white deck, the one that I pulled that Vraska out of. I have 4 of these in that deck.
Oh, that's good. It's a really good card, and I've put one of
It's
them
so
in
sick.
because I have a lot of cards in there that are just like, oh, this instant does damage to you, but now like it does damage to that creature. Oh, and now that creature's dead.
In Commander, can you only have 1 of each card?
Yes. Except
Okay,
for land,
yeah,
except for land, you can have as much
Well,
land as
obviously.
you want. And it's
Yeah.
obviously 100 cards, including the commander, so it's actually 99 cards plus the commander.
Right. Yeah. I've only played Commander a few times.
So
because in Standard you can have 4 of each card.
in commander, you can only use the colors of the commander. You can't use anything else, unless it's monocolored, obviously. So my my commander is Mogus, the God of Slaughter.
God of Slaughter. Which one are you? Indestructible as long as your devotion to the black and red is less than 7. Mogus isn't a creature. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, Mogus deals 2 damage to that player unless he or she sacrifices a creature. God damn.
Yeah, so it's a black-red creature.
Yep.
And obviously because you have to have in legendary creatures as your commander. And
Right.
It's a legendary enchantment creature, so it still counts. I had to confirm that with my friends because, like,
I was about to say, are you sure? But
Yeah.
I guess you...
well, one of my mates is running one of them as well, so it's like if he's running it, I'm allowed to run it.
I don't care if that's the real rules. Fuck it. If he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah. So obviously because he's black red, I can only have black red, and I can't even have cards that are like add like a black, red, or blue mana to your mana pool because it's got the blue there. So you have to run cards. If you're running mana types, you have to run like, I have to play cards that are like give us 3 monocolored mana, or like black red mana. It can't be black red blue.
But you could run like that, like whatever Orchard or like the Golgari Guild deck or whatever. The ones that are like you could run like a black red land card, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't run anything that's not black red, unless
Gotcha,
it's monocolored,
gotcha.
like I said. So,
Right. Well, yeah.
like Steel Hellkite, which is a dragon. It's a monocolored card.
That sounds familiar. I should probably know. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, this bastard.
Yeah, he's a great card. I don't know what you're complaining about. Flying Steel Hellkite gets 2+1/+0. And then X, destroy each non-land permanent with a converted mana cost X, whose controller was dealt combat damage by Steel Hellkite this turn. Which is cool.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
But I guess Magic is really built around like how broken can you make yourself?
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're gonna set a rule. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Like,
Exactly.
We've got a set of rules, and here's the cards to break those rules.
Well, exactly. Yeah, the card says I can do whatever I want. Like,
yeah.
Well, then fuck. I guess you're right then. I don't know.
Like, in Magic, you can only have 7 cards in your hand. But
Yep.
here's Reliquia Tower or whatever. And now you can have as many cards as you want in your hand.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
I know there are 10 rules in this entire game, but here are cards to break 8 of them. So.
Yeah, one rule that, yeah, like I said though, that's why we put in the rule of saying that we can't destroy land cards as a chance. But lucky we didn't
Right.
choose to do this for an hour because we are at that time limit. But we're gonna keep going because obviously we've got time.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah, if we started like nowish, we'd be fucked.
Yeah, we'd
But we
be.
should talk about something that isn't magic because I could go on for magic for a long time.
I don't know what it is. Okay, hang on. Before we go, what is up with your camera? There is like a white line
I
down
see
the
that.
side.
It's Discord.
Yeah, it must be. Um,
Actually, it's not Oh, yeah, it is Discord. I see it on the Discord.
yeah.
But in my OBS, it's not there.
Oh, okay, so your camera's just weird.
No. But no.
You broke your Keo, and now it's fucked. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that would be a fucking shame.
Yeah, it would. So what do we got? Oh, I played a new game the other day. It was a demo. I don't know if you caught that.
What was it? What was it?
It was called Radio Commander. I did a stream.
I
of it.
saw it. I saw you were playing it, and it wasn't. It was the title was funny of that video. I remember.
What was it called?
Oh, new game. Who dis? Yeah, I only caught the tail end of it. What's it like? What's it about?
So the idea is that if you're really into like radio comms, like if you're into sitting at a table looking at a map and just listening to the radio to where people are, that's what this game is. So it's like it's an RTS, but the only thing you can see is what you're putting on the map. So it's like, okay, Alpha Platoon, where are you? They'll give you coordinates. You put a token on that coordinate, and then you go, okay, Alpha Platoon, move to this coordinate. So you'd move your token. You have to move that token. You can't, otherwise you'll lose track of where that platoon is.
Oh,
And
okay.
like then they'll call in saying we're getting contact from this location with these coordinates. So it's like, okay, I'll put an enemy token there, knowing that they're there, and then I'll call in artillery to that target. But then they'll be like, oh, the enemy's moved to this location, so that artillery is then fucked. So it's like, it's all about just listening to the radio. Like you can't do anything else. You're just listening to the radio.
Is it fun?
It is. Because
Is it?
they've put in a lot of banter as well with the groups.
Oh, okay.
So it's not just like, it's not just sitting there like move here, move there, move there. They'll be like calling in. They'll be like, why the fuck are we helping Bravo platoon again or whatever, and all this shit. And it's great. It's a lot of fun. They had a Kickstarter. I think the Kickstarter is over, but they made so much money from it.
What was the game called for Sniper and myself?
It's called Radio Commander, and it's set in Vietnam too. So
Oh, okay. That's a good
it had
Radio Commander.
It had 1,348 backers who pledged 28,000, which is really
What was
good.
the goal?
The goal was 10,000.
Oh, fuck yeah.
The game's not that big. It's on Steam. You can
How'd you get it, though?
I backed it and I got a demo of it.
Oh. Nice, okay. Gotcha. Because I'm looking at it, it says, like, available Q3 2019. I was like, how the fuck did you...
Yeah, it was a demo, so that's okay. But it comes out really soon. But it looks like it's a game that would be a lot of fun. So I backed it to play the demo because you needed to back it to get the demo.
Right.
And they said, here's the demo. And I'm like, fuck it. And I said, can I stream/record it? And they said, yes, please do that. We want to.
Well, yeah, they love that shit, right?
Especially indie companies. Like this is an indie game, so but they've
Right.
got a whole campaign worked out. They've got single player missions.
Well, I bet you with all that extra backing, I'm sure they were able to dump so much more into it.
Dude, that one of the backing was, hang on, where is it? It was a $1,000 backing, and you get 5 special thanks in-game credits, 5 digital copies of the game, 5 demos of the game, 5 private community invitations, 5 contribute your photo to a Vietnam War stylized group photograph.
That's sick.
And contribute your voice for one of the game's characters.
That's so dope.
They only got 1 backer for that, which obviously because it's $1,000. But imagine having your name in a game like this, just talking on a radio.
That'd be so sick.
And obviously there was a $3,000 one. You got to also meet them in person, but you got.
Did anyone want to do that one?
No, but you got 10 copies of the game. It's like if you had 10 friends, get your money together, boom.
Right.
I only backed like $45, so I also got
Basically the price of a game, right? Like you're basically just buying it.
yeah, I got an invite to the private community as well.
Oh, that's sick.
So, and I'll get in-game thanks and everything and whatnot, which is really cool. And I love that games do that in this.
Yeah,
of course. It's also good that they had a demo ready to go for the pledges, because most people that you do on Kickstarter don't do that. They don't have demos ready to go.
No, you end up waiting for them like until like right before.
So
like...
that was the same with Squad. Squad did it. They had the backing, and then they said, you know what? Because we're getting so much backing, here's a early access for everyone that backed this certain amount. Like they just said, you know what? We have a shitty version of the game out, but because we have so much backing, we want to show you guys what it's like to play this game so far.
Right, here's what we've got. It's not done. It's kind of shit, but like here's something.
Yeah. And it made a lot of money. Squad. It was, and it's.
It sounds familiar.
They released a new game. It's Postscriptum came out. But how much did they make? They had a goal of like, I think it was 100,000. Oh no, yeah, it was like 100,000. They had 4,458 backers that pledged $434,000.
Fuck me,
yeah,
dude.
and they got to nearly 200% of their funding.
Oh yeah, I actually almost bought this game, but Postscriptum has like super mixed reviews.
Yes, Postscriptum. Honestly, I'd prefer Squad because Squad has more people talking. Postscriptum just feels like people are just playing Battlefield and they don't talk to each other.
Right.
Where Squad is literally everyone's talking to each other and all that. So I loved the idea of this game, and I used to play their Project Reality when it was out. It was the Battlefield 2 mod.
Yeah, yep, yeah.
Fucking hell, my throat's hurting not talking. But I backed like $123 or something.
Fucking hell.
Which is Canadian dollars, not Australian dollars.
Is that what's your doll? Is ours less or worse?
It's probably like $124 for Australian. But I got 2 copies of the game in like founders tags and founders patch in game, and
yeah, our dollar's like the same.
Alternate primary weapon skins and everything from it.
Right.
If you got if you backed, hang on, this is great. Where is it? If you backed $221, so airborne founder level,
yep,
$180 US. You got all that stuff that I said, including a digital copy of the Squad soundtrack, which I did get as well, actually. You got 2 pairs of custom Squad dog tags in real life. So, like, they would say, what name do you want on these dog tags? And you'd be like, my name and my friend's name, who have the game.
Oh, that's sick.
And then 2 laminated command maps of the maps that they had at the time.
So kind of like the GTA map where you like actually have a map kind of thing?
Yeah.
That's dope.
And then they had your in-game name in credits as well for that one.
So you're a legend is what you're saying.
Yeah. If you got the Ranger Edition founder level, which is $300 US, wow. You had 1 commemorative piece of actual fast rope.
What?
Yeah, so an actual piece of fast rope, which they had 73 backers for that shit.
Fuck.
What was the most expensive? So most expensive was the $738 one, which is the Company Clan 10 pack. So you got 10 copies of the game, 10 copies of the soundtrack. You can have registration and inclusion of a clan patch for clan members.
Oh, that's sick. What the fuck?
And in-game naming credits. Closed alpha invitation. So this is really cool because it wasn't expensive. It was only like I said, $600 US for that. And they had 54 backers because obviously if you're going to have a clan and you know your clan's going to play this game, you're going to be like, hey, here's fucking, we're going to put our money in PayPal together and we're going to buy this one. And we're
well, think about it. I don't know how many active, like really active members are in Spartak. Yeah. But I mean, I'm sure there's enough of us that if we split it, it would be like dirt cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, there would be. But there's only 10 copies of the game, so you only want to get 10 people.
And it's what, would you say, $600? So it'd be like $60 each. It'd be like a game.
Yeah,
Like, who
yeah.
cares?
But so they funded enough to get Russian armed forces in it straight away. But they were working so hard to get like
Fuck.
they were trying to stretch the goal as much as possible that they even gave like they were giving updates every month. But anyway, let's get off this because we've been talking about this. Kickstarter's really cool. I love games on Kickstarter.
Well, I have another game that is in closed alpha that I tried.
Yeah, what is it?
It's called Spellbreak.
Yes, I seen you playing that on your YouTube. Yeah.
So it's weird as shit. It's like
Isn't it like
it's like
Battle Royale but with spells?
yeah, it's like Battle Royale, but it's almost like they took Smite, Smite like the MOBA with the gods and shit.
Yeah.
It's like that, and then a Battle Royale, and they kind of like smushed them together. Like you level up through the match, and like pick up spells and shit, and have like a skill tree, but it's all inside of a Battle Royale match. It's really weird. It's I don't know how I like it because it seems like two genres that aren't. It's a new thing. Like they've took two things that didn't go together. Like it's intuitive. Like good on them for trying something new, and maybe it's just because they've never done it before or I haven't tried something like this before. It's weird to me, but I sucked so fucking bad.
Yeah, I watched you fucking your shit. Don't ever play Apex Legends with me.
No, dude, I'm good at Apex. I've win on PS4 for example. I've won more games than I've lost.
Oh, that's pretty good. But on PC?
PC, I've only played a few games. I've only won a couple times, but I mean, I win.
I played one game, and I ended up getting into the top 2. But then the dude like just fucking roundhouse kicked me or whatever it was. Like he was just fucking being an ass. And it was my first game ever, so I didn't know. I was just sneaking around the map, and I wasn't taking it like fast paced like everyone else was. So
Right.
I just see these guys having a fight over in the corner. And be like, I had a sniper rifle, so I just fire one round in, kill someone, run away, type of shit. Like just being an absolute dick, like downing this person, just for the other team to win their fight. And it was great. Like it was just fun being a dick, because I had a team, and then once that team obviously seen that I was only level 1, they just left.
Right.
Like
It's weird.
They were
'cause,
level
like,
53
go on.
and more, like 45 or something. Like they were pretty high up. But then when they said they were playing with level 1, they were like, "We're done." So I was like, "Fuck you guys."
Yeah, I'm level 20 something, I think.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I feel like shit for some reason.
Stop.
Oh, I was drinking last night, so my head just fucking.
White girl wasted once again, huh, Bike?
Let's not go into that.
But
like,
it's weird for Apex. Apex is fucking weird because I knew nothing about Apex. I didn't hear anything about it. Like the first time I played it, it was literally like I was like, "What the fuck is everybody talking about?"
Yeah, that's why I played it.
Really? Because it seems like a big deal, and everyone was talking about it, and I didn't hear fucking anything until it was already out.
Yeah, no, that was the idea. The idea was that EA just, or whatever it was, Respawn, just went, "Here's a game."
But it's smooth, dude.
Yeah, like, well, that's
I
because
like it.
because they were making Titanfall 3. And then EA, is it EA?
Yeah, it is EA.
Yeah, so EA went, "We need a battle royale. We want to make it free to play. Can you stop playing this and play make a BR for us?" And they're like, "Let's grab whatever we've been working on and just put that into the game." Which is why Apex, I've heard, is putting in Titans in one point, because
That'd be fucking dope.
I would love to have a BR where everyone has Titans at the start. Not like you earn it, like you just have it. Like you just
Well, then wouldn't it just be like a mech game at that point?
yeah, but a BR.
Like a
But like,
VR
no,
mech
but-
game?
but
That's like
remember like Titanfall 2, like you'd be playing, you'd get the Titan, and then you'd be like, once the Titan dies, you jump out of it. And you still play.
Oh, okay.
So,
think like Diva and Overwatch, but like
Yeah.
a battle royale of that.
So like everyone gets a Titan at the start, but once your Titan dies, you're still playing, but you're like the little dude now, running around.
That'd be pretty sick, actually.
Yeah.
You need to like hide and shit when everyone else is in their mechs and stuff.
Titanfall game will be announced later this year. Oh yeah, they've been talking about that too. They still want to release Titanfall 3, which I have I don't know if you can see it. It's up there. I have the Titanfall 2 helmet right there, which I've worn.
Oh yeah, you put it on when we were getting ready for the first stream.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It talks and everything. Like, it has, like, communications from the robot that you have in the campaign.
Right.
Which is, I love Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 campaign was the best. It just had the best.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was the best between, like, here's the action pack, but here's the jokes. Like,
Right. Yeah, they did a good.
Yeah.
They did a good mixture.
BT, yeah, that was it.
What the fuck is BT?
That was a Titan from Titanfall 2.
Oh, the like your Titan there.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
your,
the main one.
yeah, yeah.
But like he had a sense of humor, which was really funny. But like
That's
it was
why I
like,
liked him. He was
but it was
likable. Like he's
it
a
was
robot,
like,
but like.
it was like a robotic sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
His voice lines were just great.
I was never big into Titanfall, but I did really appreciate because in Titanfall 1 there was like not really a story. Like Titanfall 1 was kind of a fumble.
They
kind of fucked it up.
They tried adding the story into the multiplayer, which didn't work.
Exactly, like they kind of fucked it up. So it was good to see in Titanfall 2 that they took that to heart and really did something. And you know, good guy EA actually like did something right for once ever.
For once, yeah, they actually.
For once, fuck.
They actually like made a story, and I love how your camera is freezing every now and again. So there's there's just points where you're just like staring at the camera like fucking broken ass.
Fuck you. I remember a photo on Reddit. It was a Walmart right before Christmas, like I think the week before Christmas. And all of the shelves for like the gaming consoles and all the games were completely empty, except for the Battlefront 2 was completely full. And they were on like a 50% sale just trying to get rid of them, and nobody was buying them, and it was completely full because everyone was boycotting it because all the EA bullshit. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Fuck you for trying to do that shit. Like, it was finally the gamers kind of stepping up against like, you know, Activision and EA and all these sort of money grubbing companies being like, you know what, if we don't buy your shit, you're gonna take a hit. And you know what I mean? Like it was almost like a revolution of the gamers, you know?
Yeah, no, it was but I hate the one thing I heard about them boycotting the gaming community is they keep fucking boycotting games on Steam if they're releasing on Epic. Don't boycott them on Steam, because Steam then just shows that they've got negative reviews. Even if you're saying something like here, like Battlefield, like Borderlands 3, when they were like, they went in there and they gave it all negative reviews.
Oh yeah, fuck.
But they're saying only putting the negative review in because they're releasing the game on Epic. This game is great. Please buy it. But this game, like, the company's just going to shit. It's like, don't do it on Steam, because Steam just registers that as negative review. It doesn't register.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Just don't buy the game. Like if they have low sales, that's how it does it, right?
Yeah, but like they're gonna buy the game anyway because like they want to play Borderlands 3, and I'll buy the game because even though it's in the Epic Store,
fuck yeah,
and like a lot of people say that the Epic Store shit. It's like, why is it shit? Why is it? Like, I don't get why the people are so mad about the Epic Store. I've never understood.
I don't understand that either. Like I don't know. Why does everyone hate on the Epic Store?
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I'll never understand why they.
I guess it's because it's just another place. Like you look at like the Blizzard thing, right? They have like Destiny 2 and Black Ops 4. And that's the only place you can get it. Whereas Steam, I guess it's because Steam was always the central hub.
Yeah.
And now it's not, and people are getting pissed off. But like, who fucking cares?
Like, why are you complaining about the launcher? We've already got Origin, we've got Steam, we've got Blizzard. What is it? Yeah, Blizzard.net or whatever.
Yeah.
We've got, and even like little indie companies are making their own launchers. It's like, because their company knows that they're going to.
The Ubisoft launcher, like who fucking cares?
Yeah, Uplay, like there is, but like Epic launcher does seem, a lot better to me. It's a lot smoother.
It looks better. It looks nice.
Yeah, it's like
it's pretty.
It's set out a little bit better than the rest.
But Steam is so universally known, right?
Yeah, like when you think of games, the first thing you're going to look at is Steam, right? Like if you're looking for a video game on the internet, first thing I look at is Steam, and I look on the Steam store and I'm like, what is this game? And then if I can't find it, then I go to the internet. Controversy about Chinese spyware, and they bought exclusively rights when they were announced for Steam. I don't know what that means. No, but I'll never understand. I'll never understand it. And but remember when Steam first came out? People hated it. People hated it because they're like, why do I need to
For
buy
the
it?
same fucking reason.
Yeah, for the exact same reason. Like, oh, this is the new launcher. I don't like this launcher. I don't need this launcher. I just buy the games in real life. Go down the street and fucking buy one. It's like,
yeah, now everyone's like, fuck that. I don't want to clutter my house with cases. Fuck that. I want digital, man.
Yeah, and like I totally on the bandwagon with that because I have 300 something games in my fucking Steam library. Like,
holy fuck, do you really?
Yeah, I've got 328.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah.
How do you tell that?
If you go to Steam and then go to library, just hover over it, and it pops up with like games at the top, and it tells you how many games you have.
Jesus. Yeah, I do not have that many.
Metro Exodus is a perfect example to people why people dislike Epic.
Metro Exodus.
Oh, because Metro Exodus released on Steam as well as Epic, and then they took it away from Steam, and then released it back on Steam later on.
Or there's another thing. Yeah, that's fucked. And another thing is Sea of Thieves was a good example sort of as well, because they were saying that it's on the Microsoft Store, but they were like, if it ever gets released on Steam, the back-end servers wouldn't necessarily be the same. So if you're playing it on Microsoft, you wouldn't be able to play with your friends on Steam.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, that's shitty. Like, I get that, sort of. But, like, if I'm playing Borderlands... Like for example, Gory plays Division 2 on the Epic launcher, and we played on the Uplay, so who fucking cares? We play it together. Like, what does it matter?
Yeah. Well, when's the last time we played it together? Let's be honest here.
I don't know, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, well,
Wasn't that long.
Well, the reason... that's another thing. Well, the reason we're only 2 people today, not 3, is because Gory's been having, like... He's been cleaning out his system, like, as in, like, he hasn't touched video games in, like, 2 weeks. He's, like, did he say he stopped drinking for a while?
Yep. He's becoming a better human being than us, and he kind of wanted to break from the perpetualness of all of it.
We should have clarified this at the start.
Yeah, I guess we should have. But
so what did he say to us? He said
he's being a better person.
I haven't played a game since the Sunday after our last podcast. Kind of in an extension as far as video games and booze go. Been eating clean and exercising at least once a day, and reading and meditating, and even been looking at the Bible and praying, and I don't think I have anything to offer for the podcast. So he's just like, you guys just go do it, just the 2 of you, because it's like that's why we had the break last week, because Corey was feeling sick. So he's just we said, okay, we'll just skip this week. We should have announced something about that, but
we played Sea of Thieves anyways. That recording was from then, so.
And then later on, we're gonna go play. Well, after the op, I want to play Hearts of Iron again, but I think Mad will go to sleep because he said he's been up for like 24
pussy
hours
bitch.
Well, we were playing it last night for hours. Like, we were just like constantly playing it. We played Australia and New Zealand versus the world, and then we made our own faction because we went fascist. He got his fascist name, and he got Kiwi Empire.
Oh my god!
As his fucking name. He didn't make it. That's just the name.
Look at Sniper just said he's gonna stay up, so I'll play with you guys.
Yeah, we should play the Game of Thrones one, Sniper, when we get a chance, because they have a Game of Thrones world.
Before we move on, though, I just want to clarify that although Gory's doing that stuff, he's always welcome to be coming back, and he will come back for sure at some point in the time space. And we love nothing but love from us. We're just gonna kind of continue on, and I'm happy for him that he's doing things to help him as a person. You know, we just wanted to be clear of why there's only us 2 assholes instead of 3 assholes.
Yeah, but anyway, then we made a faction, and Mad Sniper made the faction, and then I joined it, and I didn't realize what the name was until I already accepted it. So when you go to the Allies tab, it was called FU England. And then we tried taking over the Dutch East Indies to push north. And then as soon as we started the naval invasion, Dutch East Indies went, we need to join the Allies. It's like, fuck.
That's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. And then we were talking about like we need to do a normal one. We because Australia and New Zealand starts are just like they're really hard. Like you don't have factories much, you don't have much military, and like manpower is really restrictive. And that's because well before the World War II, Australia and New Zealand weren't that big. And then once World War II and that happened, and Australia was like, we're going to be invaded by Japan if we're not careful. They were like, refugees, just come to our country and just live here. That's what they did. They just went. We just need population, so come live here. It's free. Just come live here.
We need more guns, please.
We need more people, is what it was. And like that's where all the manpower came from when Australia was growing. Because yeah, like well, having Japan on the border was like, holy fuck,
yeah, really.
Shit. And that's why the is it the Pacific that's between Australia and US?
Yeah.
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 It was like the Southwest Pacific treaty or something was signed, where the whole like Pacific Ocean is protected by Australia, United States, and a few other countries. And if a war ever breaks out, Australia and America attack.
Canada.
Yeah, Canada's part of it. Yeah, that's right. So any of those Pacific islands, like the major parties, are just joined together, and that's why I keep saying like people are like America should just take over Australia. It's like, dude, there's a treaty stopping that from happening.
Yeah.
Like if
They
America,
shook hands. We're not doing that.
if America went to attack Australia, then they would be in the shit because then they'd have Canada and like all these other countries in the Asian area, like just attacking America.
It wouldn't be a good time for fucking anybody. It would be bad. It would be bad. Fucking
and
hell.
like, that's the idea of it. So it's like, and then I signed that treaty with America, and then we started a coup in America for fascism, and then they joined the Axis powers when that happened.
Oh my god.
And then we tried starting a coup in Canada for fascism. Like,
Hey.
well, it's just like we didn't want to be part of the like Commonwealth anymore in this game, so we're like, fuck it.
Yeah, I like how you clarified in this game.
Yeah, no. Fascism in real life is terrible and should never happen.
Yeah. And
So-
and hooray for the Commonwealth. Somewhere out there, Farside is just smiling at us right now. He's like, yes, the Commonwealth.
So yeah, it's great. I'm getting.
You look distracted. What are you, Gucci?
Someone was messaging me.
Oh, is it your boyfriend?
No, it was just someone sending me whispers. A
Ooh.
lot of messages, and I'll show you them after.
Oh,
So,
I have something to show you too.
so yeah, it's going. I reckon. What are we talking about now? I'm fucking reading this.
Oh shit! I'm gonna sort of out myself here in 1 second, but I want to show you this. This is funny.
We already know. I need to save this because one of my mates who streams got messages like this as well, and it's just fucking weird. Anyway, dude, I'm actually so keen for Borderlands 3. It's ridiculous.
Dude, I know. I saw like I was watching YouTube, and like obviously ads come up, and the fucking Borderlands 3 ad came out, and I was just watching and I was hanging out with somebody, and they're like, "Oh, you gonna skip this ad?" I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm gonna watch this."
Yeah.
Yeah, what I just sent you was Spitfire drunk, trying to get me to do something.
Oh, let's not have a look at that. I'll have a look at it in a minute. But yeah, I think we're running out of things to talk about, but we kind of need to get ready for Armor 3. So I'd say that today has been pretty good for the two of us, and
No, it's certainly kind of nothing to go off of.
yeah, it was kind of last minute. Like Gory was like, he messaged us, and I didn't read it till last minute, but he was so it was kind of like off the fly. Me, Cooper, that was it. Like So let's have a break. We need to have a break before Armor 3 anyway, and I'll be streaming Armor 3 when that happens. So
Yep.
thank you to everyone who came. I seen Cookie Mad. We had a few other people chatting with us. Legends Never Die and Jungle Dog. Thank you guys for coming and chatting with us. We were just talking about random shit. I'll be streaming Armor 3. Actually, I don't know. Do I want to stream Armor? Yeah, I'll stream Armor 3.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Cooper were recording it, and all this footage will be up on the YouTube channel on Cooper's if you ever missed it. Hello to everyone on YouTube. Please come check out the Twitch stream next time it's up. That'd be amazing. Again, guys, we have our own Discord. I've been trying to promote this as much as possible, and oh gosh, your fucking camera froze.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it looks terrible. Which is, I'm pretty sure Cooper's been putting it in his YouTube video whenever he puts up an Underclock, but I've been trying to promote it as much as possible. We're trying to get as many people who do watch the videos, even if you're not there to just talk to us, just please come join us. It announces when I'm streaming, no matter what I'm streaming, it announces when Underclocked is live. I'll even put announcements on there, and I'll even post, Cooper's been putting all these videos on there as well to say that, hey, this is a new video. It's got me, Gory Cooper. If you ever want to talk to us and message us and just like have a quick chat about something, we're down to chat about video games and real life shit if you need it. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So again, thank you guys so much for coming. Cooper, you can do your little outro that you do for your YouTube channel.
Do you do outros on Twitch?
No, I usually say peace and then end.
I was gonna say, this is like the first time I've heard you do like some form of outro. I'm impressed. But yes, so if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for coming. Holy fuck. Someone said my Facebook just dinged off really loud in my ear. Yes, so if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching. If you skipped around and shit, probably seemed very incoherent, but if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. If you guys see anything else on the channel you like, you can throw a like on there as well. It really helps me and I really do appreciate it. In the description down below is going to be a link to the Discord, as Viking said, as well as his Twitch channel. As much as I like to shit on his stuff and make fun of him, he does do some good stuff. So if you want to go over there and say hi to him, he does some good shit. But yeah, so hope you guys have a good day. And as always, I will see you in the next video, the next stream, and the next podcast.
All right. Peace, guys.
Later, skaters.